Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the second video on Total War Tuesday, and I thought I would show you an interesting video. So this one is going to be me as the Arevaci versus Arius as Egypt. I want to show you this one because we've watched a lot of Arius videos recently. I don't even want to know how many videos of his we've gone through. So I thought it would be interesting to give you guys kind of a different perspective. One where we're looking on the other side of things. So me as the Arevaci, let's go ahead and look at my build and I'll tell you guys what's going on here. So I have Oathsworn, Chosen Swords. Yeah, okay, so I have 4 Chosen Swords, 4 Celtic Warriors, 2 Oathsworn. So I have a pretty long and pretty good line of Gallic warriors here, ready to tear through Egypt. Then I also brought 4 of these heavy horses, which are actually pretty good cav for the price. And then I don't know if I should have brought these or not. I saw that he was going to be Egypt, so I kind of figured lots of pikes, but I should have thought about it a little bit more. Arius doesn't usually bring a lot of pikes, but I was thinking he'd bring some. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 of these hunter units, which is way too many, honestly. And this is a really poor map for him. I mean, honestly, these guys stay stealth for a long-ass time, but they are a little bit unnecessary. We're going to speed this up till I get up close. I can't see most of his army yet, so we're not going to commentate on it. Honestly, my plan here was to... I was hoping he would have a pike line, and then I would be able to surprise them with these archers and get a bunch of kills before he got them behind anything else. I wanted to overwhelm whatever type of skirmishers he had with the archers. And I was hoping that the heavy cav would actually be enough just to cancel out his heavy cav. I thought he would have a cav advantage as well, because I usually don't bring very cav heavy armies. So I was just hoping these heavy horses would be able to hold him in place long enough for my infantry to do the dirty work. And I was hoping that I had enough veteran, or not really veteran, but I was hoping I had enough of these tough Gallic warriors here to bust through any lines that he would make. And be able to outflank him as well. That's why I only made one single line. I was going for a really charge-based infantry group, not multiple lines, just throw them all in and then try and hit him from the flanks if I could. I was going to put Celtic Warriors on each flank, but I decided that I would have one heavy flank to really push through him, and that was with the Oathsworn, and then the other side would be Celtic Warriors, which are a little bit more flimsy. Well, quite a bit more flimsy, actually, but they still have the lovely precursors. So yeah, he's kind of waiting for me to come to him. You can see my Arevaci group coming in. Let's take a look at whatever infantry or whatever units of his I can see currently. So he's got a front line of Galatian swords here. He's got 3, 4, 5 of those. And these are basically Celtic warriors, I believe, stat-wise. I'm not sure if they're better or worse, but I'm pretty damn sure they're very similar. They look very similar anyways. Second line, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 Egyptian pikemen. Yeah, so he did bring some pikes. He's got 4 of these Egyptian pikemen here. Kind of interesting look to them style. Let's go ahead and unpause it. This is a long video. Then he has Levy Thorough spears on both of those flanks there to keep cav away with their precursors. Then he has Royal Thorax Swordsman here in the back. He's got 1, 2 of those, as well as his General's unit is also a Royal Thorax Swordsman. And he's got some Sobek Cultists here, which are really cool with these alligator heads. I don't know how good they actually are. So my hunters are in range. I made the mistake of starting fire at these Galatian Swordsmen, though. I should have waited and used them directly on these pikes, but luckily... I kind of luck out, though, later in the video, and you'll see why. But now he's moving these light cavalry forward to try and dissuade my... Oh, and here's the unit that I did not see coming. He's got some scythe chariots here, these bastards with the spears on them and the fucking scythes on the wheels. So he's going to come in here. I get some precursors off a little bit, but I didn't really know what to do here. But he just starts devastating my line, just all the way up and down it. He starts devastating it. His cav, unfortunately, though, do not do so well against all these precursors. They take quite a few. They take some pretty good damage, but the fucking chariots, look at them, man. They're still going. They're just chopping through my lines. Look at 120. Like, he's done. He did 60 damage here. He did. Oh my god, this unit's dead. Like, he just fucked everything up. Like, these units. This unit of chariots is just killing everything. Like, nothing was stopping it. None of my front line troops stopped it. None of my precursors stopped it. I'm getting all my archers to concentrate fire on them right now. And like, even if I take casualties from my own arrows, I just want them to start shooting at my own guys. I just want to kill these damn chariots right now. And you can see there, these heavier units are not doing as much damage, but they already did 20 damage on them. Some of these, oh my god, look at this. 60 damage on this guy, 60 damage. Good lord, that one did 90. God, so this whole, my Celtic warrior line is now devastated. And to add to that, he has moved in his cav now to fight them. In their weakened state, they're not going to be able to hold that off. I have chosen warriors withdrawing now. So he's absolutely devastated me. Things are not looking good at all. In fact, you can see the balance of power is really not in my favor. The chariots are starting to rout, luckily for me. As well as I got some of his cav caught up in there. And I apologize, I didn't see what cav he had. Light cav, and I'm not sure what the others are. I assume they were probably light cav. But now I have moved in my heavy horses that were on the flank, and I've tied down and killed off the rest of his cavalry. And with his cav dead, he realizes that he needs to take advantage of my really wrecked formation, like no formation at all left over. He needs to take advantage of that, and the fact that my men are more tired now from the battling, to move in. So he is moving up his Galatian swordsman, and god damn it, just look at my lines that I've got absolutely smashed by them. But my Oathsworn are luckily pretty, they're full, and some of these chosen warriors are, or chosen swords are still full. But the lines are meshing here. You can see I'm already losing Celtic warriors. Now I have my Gallic hunters. I believe they were trying to snipe his general at this time from, yep, they were. I mean, archers versus these heavy units isn't particularly great, but it's better than nothing. Then he decided to go Royal Thorax swords and Galatian swords against my Oathsworn. So I decided to move my general around his general to hit it. Here you can see I've moved my cav over on his flank, and he's moved all of his pikemen to intercept them. Yeah, so he's moving these Sobek cultists now and Royal Thorax swords. My chosen swordsmen were actually able to destroy his Galatians there. But unfortunately these, oh, these guys aren't even doing anything, what the hell? But the Celtic warriors are not doing so hot, and now I have these Sobek cultists or whatever, like, in the midst of that. He did pull out one of his Galatian swords to intercept my general, but I'm going to continue the trip around now that I've beaten it. Here I'm just trying to get people into combat and then into shield wall as quickly as possible. But I am losing chosen swords, and he got his Sobek cultists up into my Gallic hunters, which is unfortunate. These guys are still shooting at the general, which is not good. Well, actually, they have a decent angle on it. I mean, it's not perfect. I'm still going to get some friendly casualties, but oh well. Yeah, you can see the Sobek cultists did a lot of damage to me, though, unfortunately. So I do start having my archers target them, kill them off pretty quickly, especially while their back is turned, so they can't do too much damage. However, they are going to get here into the rest of my chosen swords. So things are not looking particularly good for me. They've won out a lot of these fights here. Some of my men are still fighting. Here's where I start sending in some of my heavy horse unit. Yeah, I hit them with a heavy horse unit, those cultists. Then I have my archers sitting here targeting these Royal Thorax swords while they run away from me. And his general is pinned now in between two Oathsworn, and trust me, if there's one place you do not want to be, it's in between two Oathsworn, especially when your general happens to be a melee infantry unit. I mean, the Royal Thorax swords are pretty damn good, but you don't want to be hit by on both sides by them. Yep, and it's too late. His general is dead or fleeing. I can't remember if he died or not here, but he's going to flee soon. Yep, he's done, and he's going to die here. And the Royal Thorax sword did come in and hit one of my Oathsworn in the rear, but it's not going to make too much of a difference. Now I'm moving in a bunch of my cav, trying to like poke through these pockets. I hit some of these units in here. I'm trying to avoid Thoros spears and pikes with them, though. I think, yeah, this is a pikeman unit. I'm not sure why my Celtic warriors are still just walking into them, but they are. my Gallic Hunters don't have a lot of ammo at this point in the game, but I am trying to concentrate them now on the pikemen, and this is where I really could use their ammo, is on these pikemen. But luckily for me, I am able to come in with these horse now that he has nothing left as far as cavalry goes. And I'm just chasing his thorough spears here with a single really weakened unit of chosen swords. I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to get them away from the battle so that my cavalry can get in here and do as much damage as possible. I'm even losing an Oathsworn here, so things are definitely not looking good for me. But I am going to start moving my cav into these areas so I can start doing as much damage as possible. I have Gallic Hunters now that are out of ammo. They're just jumping into this fray anywhere. My general is still alive for the time being, but he's going to start getting hit by all those Thoros spears and their precursors, so I'm pretty sure he dies in this this fight here. I can't remember though, but I did turn them around. I'm going after these Thoros spears, and I've tied down his Royal Thorax swords now with my heavy cav that have charged in. It's not wise, no, but I did charge his Levy Thoros spears with heavy cav. I mean, they are heavy cav, and these are light spear infantry, so I knocked them down, did quite a bit of damage. If I'd stayed there, I would have got wrecked, but I got out of there pretty fast. Some of my cav units are going to get caught by these spears, but I start trying to pull them out as quickly as possible. As well as I have this Gallic Hunter kind of running back as well, trying to skirmish with them. My Oathsworn at 58 are still going to beat this Levy Thoros spear pretty easily. And my heavy horse did finish off his Thorax swordsman, his Royal Thorax swordsman there. I'm now rushing a group of hunters into the Egyptian pikemen. I saw they had their pikes up. They weren't able to put them down in time, so I charge into them, catch that one off guard. He's now going to go into pike formation, but it's not going to be as effective. He's now moving around all over the place. Yeah, his pikemen are moving over here for some reason. I decided not to keep charging my cav over there. And then here now I have Oathsworn and cav versus the last Thoros spear. He's moving some of his men up to face me. And at this point it's really about trying to get around the pikes. He's got another Royal Thorax swords unit here. This is his last one. And so they're active and they're going up against my very tired Oathsworn, which they'll probably win this, honestly. And he's moving pikemen now up into that as well. I see a chance, though. He hasn't put his pikes down here, and I hit them in the side here, so really good charge. They're really great timing for me to be able to hit both these units at the same time. Although, now that they're kind of pushing around here, they are starting to get by the pikes, but and now these pikes are on them as well. But the initial charge on them was really significant, but I should have pulled them out of there faster. I shouldn't have left them in that fight as long, because now you can see now their pikes are down. They are not too happy with me being there. But I did also get to rout this Egyptian pikeman unit, which has 90 men left, so that was good. However, my general was not saved, though, by this charge. The Royal Thorax swords still managed to kill off my Oathsworn, which is unfortunate. I don't know why, but he didn't quite get his Egyptian pikemen turned around in time, so I have one last kind of suicidal charge here. I've won out the fighting here. There was probably something interesting to see there, but there's just so much going on this side of the map I didn't get time. And so now I have this heavy horse. I have 3 heavy horses left. Yeah, so the battle is now 3 heavy horses versus a Royal Thorax swords and a Egyptian pike unit. I have 12, 55, and 39 in my horse units. The Royal Thorax have 63 and 85 Egyptian pikes. These heavy horses are exhausted, winded, unhappy. They're wavering. They're probably going to leave the battlefield pretty soon. But I do decide to just go in for one last hoorah with them since they're retreating anyways. I guess I've done Frenzy Charge somewhere here just trying to see what it does, and so that doesn't make me very happy in the long run. I do get in and amongst his men here, so I mean it wasn't perfectly worth it. And look at this, he puts his pikes down and turn away, and boom, gets hit in the rear by these heavy horses. Great timing. Absolutely loved that charge. I remember I actually had a chuckle about it too when I was playing. Lots of fun. And I don't get to play enough of these replays myself, but my laughing ended when that happened. But they did rout though, so it was good. But if they hadn't have routed that second, I might have lost quite a few horses there. But now the pikemen are gone, so it's only a single Royal Thorax swords versus 2 heavy horses. That's all that's left on the field. So this is a really close match. But I have 53 heavy horse, 33 heavy horse, and he has 50 of the Royal Thorax swords. And I remember at this point in the video, we were kind of letting each other recuperate a little bit, you know. But here I'm trying to just hit him as hard as I can from both sides. If I'd hit both sides at the same time, it probably would have been more effective. But you can see he's got 31. I'm losing definitely more men than him, so this is not looking good at all. And that other heavy cav unit has left the field, so it is now 31 Royal Thorax swords versus 48 heavy horses. So, you know, things have not gone particularly well for me. I was trying to decide if I want to do diamond formation or not. And I think right here we decided to let them have a couple minutes to rest and get back to full. Unfortunately, this works in his advantage because I've been using frenzied charge or whatever, and so they're, even though they both say they're exhausted, for some reason my heavy horse do not get as well as mine. Yes, you can see exhausted and they're winded, so I decided to just go for it, not let him get any more advantage than he needed. And luckily that charge was enough to break the Royal Thorax swordsman morale, which I'm kind of surprised about. But yeah, I mean, I had twice as many. They're able to charge in, and this will be the end of the Thorax swordsman, I believe, actually. It says there's another minute, 20 seconds in this battle. Yep, okay, they've managed to collect themselves. They're back in it to win it. I'm down to 40. He's down to 23. They are now, they're now silver chevrons. Great. My guys only have 1 bronze, or copper, whatever it is. I think it's bronze. So it does not look good for me, but I keep them, I pull them back out. And I think I go for 1 more charge. I don't think I pull out again. I think this is the last charge. But he keeps going to the shield wall, but there's not many men left here to resist the heavy horses of the Gauls. Not a whole lot done there, though. There's just not a huge line to hit anymore. You know, you're only hitting like 3 soldiers up front. I did put them in wedge formation to increase their melee attack, but it did decrease their melee defense. But I decided, fuck it, let's just go for an all-on-all. And the frenzy charges up as well, which also decreases melee defense, but I just wanted to see what happened. And the Royal Thorax swords are starting to rout now, and there they go. That is the Thorax swords. So a very costly victory on my hand. But let's take a look here and see something very interesting. We'll start by looking at my stats here. Oathsworn. As expected, the Oathsworn did very good. 243 kills is really good. 111 could have done better being Oathsworn, but still not bad. They did get hit in the rear, and they fought Royal Thorax swords the entire time. Chosen swords, iffy. This one did okay. Some of the other ones, kind of okay-ish. Celtic Warriors did really shitty besides this at 120. I'm pretty sure this one caught a bunch of cav with precursors. Gallic Hunters, you can see, not so good. I mean, 75 is good. It's okay. But the rest, not so great. I should have got them shooting at things that did not have a high missile block chance. Then the heavy horse, you can see, did a lot of kills for me here. 123, 162, 177, 60. So definitely worth it to bring those. Now let's go ahead and look at Egypt. You can see his general did not get very many kills. He got trapped between the 2 Oathsworn. The other 2 did pretty good. This one actually got 296. That's really good. His cav did really poorly, actually. They got caught by archers and by precursors. Pikemen did pretty bad for the most part. I mean, 80 and 82 is okay. But they kept getting flanked and hit from the rear and the sides. Galatian swords, kind of in between. Some of them did okay, 124. And these Levithoros spears did, Soviet cultists did a surprising amount of kills for me targeting them with archers. But I guess he did get in my archers. But, and you probably noticed that I skipped over it, but did you see this guy? The fucking scythe chariots. This guy killed almost half of my army single-handedly. 637 kills. Jesus Christ, man. I don't think I've ever fought a scythe chariot before. I think this is literally the first game where I have had to fight one, and I did not know what to do. He devastated all of these Celtic warriors and some of my chosen swords. Absolutely wrecked my whole front line. God damn it, 637 kills. I don't know what else to say about it. That is incredible. I don't know how to stop him either. I mean, maybe some spear units up front would have been nice. He also kind of came out of, the fog of war, so I didn't see him till he was pretty close. But god damn it, dude, that's a lot of kills. I think that's the most kills I've ever seen on a single unit in a PvP battle. Really ridiculous. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this battle replay. I just thought it was going to be an interesting one because I remember that the Scythe Chariot got that many kills, and I thought it would be interesting to do a battle where I was actually in the video. I haven't done a battle replay with me in the video. Well, I shouldn't say for a while. I've done a few, but I don't know. I thought it was an interesting battle, and I hope you guys thought so too. If you did, leave a like and a comment below, and I'll see you guys on Thursday for Total War 2's, or for Total War Thursday. And we shall have more videos the rest of the week, yeah. I'm really bad at these outros, like really notoriously bad at outros. I'll have to find a better way to end videos, but yeah, see you next time.